Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in the Greater Accra region with me, Kweku Ediamansa. Coming up, Charles III crowned king at first United Kingdom coronation in 70 years.
God save the king! God save the king!
Today will demonstrate the kind of not only the kind of the history of the UK, but I think that King Charles has been very clear that he wants to demonstrate that the multiculturalism of the UK.
Commuters on the Ayibik town stretch in the Ablikuma Central constituency appealed to authorities to help provide a deck on a bridge that has been left abandoned for almost 2 years and killed 2 persons.
Obi atofom nipa minu na mawu mako mafano mako otobete polibu fukura wa weke mo yina wu
Mr. Robert kwan na yefa no emu wa nti ama aya na yedina yefa ne kakra.
Still to come, an assistant superintendent of police in the Western North region shoots police constable to death while on their way from an operation. Police service institutes investigation into the incident. And later in the bulletin, NDC goes to polls next week Saturday to elect flag bearer and parliamentary candidates. Meanwhile, the party is accusing the governing NPP of planning to infiltrate their primaries to cause chaos.
Information of some people within NPP who are planning to come in wearing NDC t-shirts at some constituencies to cause mayhem.
Many thanks for choosing us. Let's begin with our bulletin now. And Charles III and Camilla have been crowned King and Queen of England in a ceremony at Westminster Abbey. This follows the death of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. Over 2,000 people, including the royal family, celebrities, faith leaders and heads of state joined in to witness this occasion. There's more in this report. The coronation of King Charles follows the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, who served as queen for 70 years. At age 96, Queen Elizabeth passed on and was to be succeeded by her son, Charles III, who was hitherto Prince of Wales.
May the King live forever. Amen, amen, alleluia, alleluia, amen, amen.
As scheduled, a colorful event was held amidst hymns. In attendance were many heads of state and royals like Asantemanso Tumfo Setutu II, amongst other dignitaries. After going through the rudiments, Charles III and his wife Camilla were crowned King and Queen of England respectively.
One God, world without end. Amen. God save the King!
King Charles was subsequently driven to the Buckingham Palace in accordance with royal processes. Meanwhile, in Ghana, the UK community was not left out of the merrymaking. So here at the residence of the UK High Commissioner to Ghana, Harriet Thompson, there was a setup made for citizens of the UK who find themselves in Ghana currently and would want to share in the memory of King Charles. And so they came, had some sort of picnic to share in the memory of the coronation of King Charles. A lot of them came with food and drinks, and the day was well spent. Some of them spoke to Citi News and could not hide their joy.
Very proud, I think, is the main word that comes to mind. It's a very special day, and it's exciting to reach a day like this after the last 12 months we've had since the Queen's Platinum Jubilee a year ago, the Queen's death, sadly. But to be here today marking the coronation of King Charles is a very proud day.
Well, unfortunately, you are not there. Would you have wished to be there? To witness this in person?
In some ways, but it's also very special to witness it here in Ghana and to have the British community and the British Ghanaian community here with us in the garden, to have the British weather, it seems, coming down. It's very special to be here, so I'm very happy to be here. I think King Charles, I should say, will bring a kind of a new energy and a forward-looking view to the Commonwealth and what the Commonwealth means, and Ghana clearly is a proud member of that and should be and kind of bring its own energy, and the Ghanaian people should bring their energy to the Commonwealth and what that can mean in this century.
This is an unusual event. It's a coronation of the King of England in a modern-day context. It'll never be repeated anywhere in the world. And it's a very special moment in time for all of us, for Ghanaians as much as the British, because we've come through some very difficult times in the pandemic, financial crashes and so on. So this is a time to kind of take stock and celebrate, and I've always had great affection for Ghana. I've been here for about the last 15 years doing some various projects here for some of your state-owned enterprises. And so to see Ghanaians coming together with the expatriate community to celebrate an international event, it's a joyous occasion. And this is what Ghanaians are good for. Oh, not only this, Ghanaians are disproportionately world leaders, because previously Kofi Annan, actor Idris Elba, who's in London, and so on and so forth. So it's a great time to be here.
I've seen you dancing almost all throughout the song that you've been. How excited are you seeing the king being crowned?
I guess it's a historical moment, isn't it? Because we're never going to see it in our lifetimes again. And so I thought it would be a wonderful experience to come here and enjoy it in, a slice of England in Ghana. So yeah, it's quite exciting. Yeah, so, and it was nice to be able to do it here in England, in Ghana in a high commission with my friends and the deputy and everyone around. So it's been really nice. I've enjoyed myself. It's been a wonderful experience. And the drinks have been fabulous. Yeah. So.
Interestingly, there are some individuals who experienced the coronation that was done for the late Queen Elizabeth. And they are fortunate to see another coronation that is for King Charles. And I want to interact with them for them to share their experience during that time and what they make of the current one. Let me speak to her briefly. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Enjoying the ceremony, yes, and the party. It's been beautiful.
Okay, so I just want us to talk about the similar event that was done some years back, 70 years back, for Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, I witnessed Queen Elizabeth's coronation. I was 10 years old at the time. Yes, but it was all in black and white on the TV. But they made one of the first Technicolor films of the whole coronation, and then we saw it in the cinema later.
What exactly can you recall back then when you watched it around 10 years old?
Oh, it was a very magnificent ceremony, yes, and they did so much detail, which hadn't ever been done before.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sure this would climax your birthday for you, having this event.
Absolutely, I can't believe that I landed on the correct date. 84.
Wow. Then it means that you witnessed what happened some 70 years back for Queen Elizabeth. Do you remember anything?
I remember most of it, but I couldn't go into any detail. But it was an amazing experience. And now I'm just here.
But
I've been here for 52 years.
Speaking to Citi News, the Deputy High Commissioner for UK to Ghana underscored the importance of King Charles's crowning.
I think it's a fantastic day for the whole of the UK. The monarchy is a very, very important part of our history, of our culture, and I think today will demonstrate the kind of not only the history of the UK, but I think the King Charles has been very clear that he wants to demonstrate that the multiculturalism of the UK. The King, I think, as everybody knows, is a very, very strong supporter of Ghana. I think he's been here twice alone. He's a very good friend of the president. The president, I know, met him yesterday. I think the Asante Hini also met him. So he has got very close ties, I think, with Ghana. And actually, the president was one of the first heads of state to meet the new king back last year when he met him at Windsor Castle. So I think that was, a very important demonstration of what Ghana means to the UK.
Let's turn our attention to some other stories because commuters who use the Ayibe town stretch in the Ablekuma Central constituency in the Greater Accra region are appealing to authorities to fix a bridge that poses danger to its users. 2 persons are reported to have died in the attempt to use the bridge. Citi News says Kennedy Chumesi visited the scene and has come through with this report, read to you by Beverly in London.
Calculated steps are what commuters who use this dilapidated bridge take on a daily basis to avert any casualty when crossing. The bridge, which sits on a big gutter and spans a busy road, is in close proximity to the Obechebi-Lamte interchange behind the former ICGC temple at Aigbe Town in the Ablekuma Central constituency in Accra. The bridge, according to residents, used to serve as a shorter route to the then onion market at Agboblushi years before the relocation of the market to Ajen Kotoku by the government. But residents explain that the deck on the bridge was removed by unknown persons as they believed that it was not serving its intended purpose after the relocation of the market. Aishatu Mohammed has been selling in front of the bridge for close to 15 years. She explains to Citi News the state of the bridge prior to its deterioration.
Ni di omu tong aponchu for wo no na wota bel na ye bridge no nye government na ye bridge no nti omu yi wo ho no na onim se nipa ntimi mfa ho omu mfa ho nkoye hwe bio nti na wo yi ayi ni bridge no aduane free so
so oyi ye no still out nze ngofo
fa ho because I sort manipa o ho no mu fa ko market nya bebre wo ho no mu ka nya sa be ko fa bridge ayi baby aye overhead for front.
The railing on the sides of the bridge serve as the only support for commuters. The metallic beams supporting the bridge appear to be rotten. The deck on the bridge is completely ripped off, creating a dangerous situation for anyone who attempts to use it. Commuters have particularly ignored the warnings and opted to, on a daily basis, use the bridge, risking their lives in the process.
I'm so afraid, but I just come and meet you on my way, so I have to pass there because this in the first, it was nice, and a lot of people were passing here, but it got to some time that they remove all the wood that they used to construct the bridge. So as they remove it, and then a lot of people are not passing here again. They are passing along the road. But listen, we see that here is short for us to be passing. That's why some of us just been managing small and be passing here.
So you would want to risk your life and pass on this, other than using the other routes?
No,
because here is short.
I'm not risking my life, but I see that here is very simple and short for me to pass to my work site. Some time ago, a certain that Abochi man fell here because he was carrying a meat those coconut, those that they have been frying and then selling. So he was passing here, then he fell down. They took him to Kuala Lumpur, but finally we don't know what was the resource. So listen, we don't know what you call it, what was the final resource. So we are just managing small, we're passing here. But listen, sometimes I used to pass here when rain comes heavy. Then here I don't pass because here is very dangerous. So anytime at all the rain comes, it's very risky pass. So I don't pass here when the rain comes.
Obi out of home, nipa minu. Na umawu, umafano mako otobete. Pali bufukura wa weke umoyi na wu. Aya gengora sopa. Aya short. Sana nipa bi buda faha. Aya short. Dongo ko fani sim. Na ko market bere wo mkakara. Nipa no mufa hanya ketewa. Mu doso papa zongo hanyi na mo ko market Google se. Mu doso ankara nyina mo fa hanyi mre. Anapa.
Citi News caught up with a nursing mother with her 1.5-year-old baby after they successfully crossed the bridge.
Pacho misro ba kwana ya fanu emuwa nti ama ayana yedina ya fanu kakra.
So ka say emuwa kwan bi eniwa ultimate cross it to the next place apart from say obe isu bridgeway.
Kwan fufuro wo kwan o aboso kwan zuba omutwin ubebre. Ubebre ba cars new motors ni omu ya dangerous nti ama bebre ana na yafa.
Na unsuro se obetum because she ni ase utomu a we wu na unsuro se obetum.
Pacho misro but adiani so uni wenu nya dia untimi mfaso. Wenu nya dia unu kukujo sa untimi mfaso. This all kukujo wenu ya din. No atumi wa mia wenu mo afaso pentem kwanda obefaso.
2 persons, according to the residents, have fallen and died while using the bridge. Regardless of this, 12-year-old Prince Lakoja says the bridge is the only shorter route to his playground.
Where are you going?
I'm going to play ball.
Going to play ball? Where?
At the park.
So why are you passing here? Can't you use any other route?
Yes, because here is short for me.
If you try crossing and you fall, what do you think will happen to you?
I will die.
Commuters want authorities to come to their aid to avert any other casualties.
Enya fema yen so ye be ne den yen hu de nipa obeba be ye ne yi amaye onu na san fezu na nipa fa hokọ ni na asoro no na omu fa hokọ asoro na bi mi so fa hokọ market ohun ti yenim de ebe ye yen so yenim nipa kura so ebe ko ka kire ne se on be ye bridge na amaye si ya pesi so obi betima boa ya na ye ho na ye na nipa ntimi fa because aye sort maye omu market.
Ya abani so na mbo no na ye briki na man na nipa no mo fa no mo ko ye agima no.
Yes, mpenifo ni so mu hu ye mobo no mu be ye bridge ni maye. Se nya ya about time po mpenifo na omu faso nkokorafo na omu faso ko ejuma no. Omu nhwe nkokorafo no mu nhwe no mu mboaye o bridge wesu.
It will only take courage and what residents here tell us experience to use this bridge on a regular basis. They want authorities to immediately come in to salvage the situation. For Citi News, my name is Kennedy Chumesi.
Now, road users plying the 3-tier Nungwa barrier interchange project have expressed frustrations about the nature of the untarred road under the interchange. They are therefore calling on government to ensure construction works resume to complete the interchange. The following report, filed by Daniel Odro Mensa and read to you by Ni Ayikwe Okain has more.
The 26.6-kilometer Accra-Tema Beach Road expansion project starts from the Independence Arch of the Black Star Square in Accra through Osu, La, and Teshi to Nungwa. The project involves the remodeling of the single carriageway into a dual carriageway, the construction of a bridge at the A-Live junction at Nungwa, and the construction of a 3-tier interchange at Nungwa Barrier, which is near completion. The cost of the project is estimated at $100 million, which has been awarded to the China Guangzhou International Corporation for Economic and Technical Cooperation. From the Independence Arch of the Black Star Square to Osu, construction works were yet to be started on the La Beach Road through to the three-tier Nungwa Barrier interchange. The medians, which were under construction, have stalled. Works, which began steadily on the interchange, were scheduled for completion by April 2023. There was no contractor on site when Citi News visited. The machinery for the construction was nowhere to be found. The interchange, which is 86% complete, according to earlier reports, serves as a major urban road connecting the harbour city to the central business district. Due to the rains, heavy-duty trucks, articulated vehicles, container-bearing trucks, buses and private vehicles have to maneuver the bumpy road characterized by pools of water. Some road users shared their frustrations about the nature of the road and the interchange.
At the same time, at the turn 4, and even no more close to the roadside nampon, shame foot through, shame see a to Semeka and your mamma far from a quan so and easy. Ya brother, pa. Swimming pool panatano, Quama, you quain so much account to some almost scarce. Would you haunt us here? I'm not for Blair Bellahano. In fact, in a draft for great decline, your Kayakitan, spare pass of a number was in your say. If you have my cry and no more your crown, so share on my jaw, a quiet jay, oh baby. Say, I'm sitting on the new moment in the Sian Matrazo. Ukobaya, this was Sunday more can say. Complain when in your car, not passing as music to come one, and easy. Who does your black power crowds into Panama? No more materials on Honto. I must have my business to call flow town. So what I say, and to find a black pie higher, Papa easy.
Especially when it rains, you cannot pass here. You cannot. It's very difficult for you to use this road, and then you have to pick a car, and then it won't be like church. It's supposed to be taxi. Yeah, and then things are costing. Like the money is not even there to pay for the taxi. Yeah, so we are pleading the government, come on our behalf. Yes.
Since when did you realize that the project has stalled?
I think for almost a month now. Yeah, almost 2 months, 3 months now. Yeah.
And has there been any indication that they are coming back?
Oh no, me I have not seen any sign because the equipment and everything are not here. So it's like they've gone.
Oh, I can't they have me because I say car. Because the chair road wet and so no. And yeah, you know. This is a pass and so wide. So to me, my impression.
Initially, when they started this road, we were all happy the way it was going speed. So it got some point of time that the work slowed down and finally even stopped. So it became worried because you can see as this water is lying here, it will breed mosquitoes and things. So even people to pass here to the mosque is a problem now. So I think government should do something about it immediately.
Meanwhile, efforts to get the resident engineer to speak on the issue have been futile.
Now, the Ghana Police Service has commenced investigations into the shooting to death of a police officer by his colleague. The head of the Western North Regional Police Intelligence Unit, ASP Frank Nsia, shot Constable David Bati while returning from an operation on Friday. According to a statement released by the police, the victim was rushed to the hospital for medical attention but was pronounced dead on arrival. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akuffo-Dampare, said to have dispatched a team led by the Director General of Welfare, COP Habiba Chumesi Sapong, to assess the situation. A team has also been dispatched by the IGP to visit and commiserate with the family. ASP has been detained pending further investigations. You're still glued to the City Newsroom here on City TV. Still ahead. NDC goes to the polls next week Saturday to elect flag bearer and parliamentary candidates. Meanwhile, the party is accusing the governing NPP of planning to infiltrate their primaries to cause chaos. We have details of this and other stories coming up shortly. Please do stay. You're welcome back to the City Newsroom. Now, consumers of fruit continue to lament the high price of the items in the capital city. Some retailers however, attributed the continuous hikes to the high cost of transporting the fruits to the markets. They also maintain that the lean season of some of the fruits is a determining factor of the prices of the fruits. There's more in this report.
Fruits and vegetables remain a significant part of the nutritional component of every household. Fruits such as oranges, mangoes, pineapples, banana, watermelon, and pawpaw are tropical and common in the Ghanaian setting. However, their prices keep going up as a single orange sells at 1 cedi or more. Although food inflation for the month of March 2023 stood at 50.8% as compared to 59.1% for February of the same year. This decline in the figures has not reflected in the prices of food items. City News followed up to one of the popular local markets in the national capital, Agbogbloushi, to ascertain the factors contributing to the continuous rise in the prices of some fruits.
Timiko wa Agogo, Timiko Febi Kukumansi, North, Ayen Sudu, and Takradi, Onsuka. Baby biara and step by step. Ahaba a son a handswaba. Now first, say my friend said 2020, no price no form. Now says I had to be amundi, my price now cost through. They said do baby cry may no more. My friend said February no more. You found 240, which is 240 million old currency. Mighty. buy no higher kakra ni ton chese ni boy dem to be yi ankrofo ntumi ntu emba te se baako na say I dey say aba form kakra nti omo ati so amai 24,000 say omo de my 10,000 and a white one omo de my 7,000 ebi mo de my 6,000 say abo na aba form na nya say ye na ye no sa na ye season ya manti say ye dry season your friend say January February March no na say ho aye dia na ma price na akoso say ade aba form say person bia mbetobi sana ense wo farm na farmers no so sika kakra omunya na omudi ye no omunya omusika
abreban professor na nka na price bonya dem kora na sese no lolu fe ni nti wo ma wadama kora 3 cedis kora lolu fe eje ba ku 2 cedis na ye 50 well ti sese lolu fe na ama ye hu akomu kakara na nka abreban de sani ye to we fu no mu nka ye kan 100 say or say 25 3 cities 4 cities until ye kan 100 say 100 say other me 3 cities ya 100 by 3 million 5 million dey so she kora say no say ni ama no wan ma akosoro dodo e say apaka no me ni adekora no wan e be so ya no me ni adekora we fi wo kora no obeton kora no unya be say 4 million po wechi say no de adeton na nya fine ni ama na akwa high dodo won ayo won ho agent no wo afu no mu okwa won an won akodi abrebe ne price nti sa wo ansi agent no so ya unya bi agent no obekere price a obeton ama o kese won ton so obi be kwa akoto
ebi wo ha draw ba ko pe 10 cedi 225 ene yeto
so mo de mouse na we dey drew herself we show the mouse
ye do hanoma na se eba na edwane ye kakra de a etumi ton bi aba ko 300 35 400 na so edwane ye se dia 150 200 25 this year no ne boy den afede etwam de na ye kakra na this year de ku afo ni na tutu won se ya tutu bibia mu nti o ma to o mo de no mo nya den o mo ntumi nto he enti o mo so atutu yesu wan se ya lolo fe no so emu do enti won so wan ton ne ka ama na akwa ni mu kakra won ntumi nte lolo fe no until one so say one so she ansana what to me atom anya ne sa won't me tell all fe no.
Israel, a driver who is part of the supply chain, tells Citi News how much he charges per load of fruits.
The charge is 1,500 from Ada. We have the type of the load you load plus the charge you charge. So watermelon like this from Adan is 1,500, but if you go to like Akachi area, you get it 2,000. If you pass to Agogo, Kumasi Agogo, that one you get it. The lorry fare is 4,500. Yeah, and Takrade is 3,500.
Talking about fuel, we know recently even there was a marginal drop. A slight drop of the fuel. So did it affect the prices you are charging?
No, it doesn't affect because the drop of the fuel, it doesn't come much like the way we want it. Just something small. So it doesn't like the fare is the same thing.
Although some people may choose to snap expensive fruits and turn to fizzy drinks, Michael visited the fruits market but was disappointed by the high prices.
As we speak now, I wanted to buy two banana, branch of banana. But looking at the price, I'm very surprised. So I would have to go back and come again. They have to go and prepare because the prices are very high. Yeah, from last week, I bought one for 20 cedis, but today when I came around, they have increased their price to 35 cedis, so it means I can't afford two.
We want to know why you want to choose the natural fruit over canned drinks or preservative drinks.
Yeah, usually I blend the banana at home, so I blend with watermelon and any other fruit that suits my taste. So I prefer the natural food because it gives you a kind of natural feel. And you see the fruit you can't compare fruit to drinks.
A few other consumers who spoke to Citi News off the record couldn't fathom why the traders would rather choose to hike the prices, which would deter consumers from patronizing the fruits which easily go waste, as the local markets do not have suitable storage facilities.
Now, with barely few days to the primaries of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, the party says it is putting in place measures to ensure a free and fair election. The opposition party is expected to hold its presidential and parliamentary election on May 13 and is confident of emerging united to win the 2024 general elections. There's more in this report found by Citi News' Daniel Sakite and read to you by Beverly London.
The May 13 primaries of the opposition National Democratic Congress will see the party elect MPs and a flag bearer to stand on the party's ticket in the 2024 general elections. Ahead of that, the various aspirants have been engaging party delegates, while the NDC has also been instituting internal processes to vet aspirants. Speaking to Citi News on preparations ahead of the primaries, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Mustafa Gbande, indicated that nearly 80% of constituencies have received the album for the elections. He also said plans are being put in place to ensure that the party remains united after the elections.
But I think so far, we've tried to put credible and transparent processes that will ensure that the elections are free and fair, and by making sure that we compile an album that has each voter's picture on it. Currently, it's being worked on, and we are ensuring that we correct all errors before we take it to the candidates. About 80% or 70% of our constituencies have received their albums already and prepared for on the 13th. Electoral Commission is prepared. The Ghana Police Service is ready to support us. And so we believe also that leadership have demonstrated so far neutrality in terms of managing the elections. The reason we have done that is to win ourselves from the crisis of not being able to mitigate any shortfall. And so we want to ensure that after election, leadership will be able to bring both the defeated candidates and the winning candidates together so that we can move for the collective interest of this party.
He accused the governing New Patriotic Party of planning to infiltrate their primaries to cause chaos, adding, however, that adequate security measures are being put in place to prevent such occurrences.
When you give people transparent processes, as we have done, when you demonstrate leadership and direction, as we have done, is what gives the assurance that there will be security and there will be peace with the processes. We have sought the police, as we have always done, to help ensure order, protection, and enforcement of the law. We believe that they will do so. We've picked information of some people within MPP who are planning to come in wearing NDC t-shirts at some constituencies to cause mayhem. We have told party people to take vigilance to work and resist anybody who intends to mar the election process. Because we will not allow anybody to, take our resolve for granted. If you are not a delegate, if you are not partaking in the election, you don't have a business going to an NDC place, let alone to be seen that you are not NDC, but you find yourself within our people wearing our t-shirt. We have told party people to take vigilance to work. And that includes watching out for their own members and looking out for people who are not part of us but have been planted to cause mayhem.
Mustafa Gbande further indicated that the NDC is confident of winning the 2024 general elections. He listed a number of factors that could favor the party.
We are winning election not because we want to win, we just want to win. We are winning it because the existing structure, the government in power have demonstrated failure, mass failure. They've demonstrated the highest level form of corruption. The worst of it is the president's effort to compromise state institutions. That is what gives us the confidence. 2, the hardship that Ghanaians are going through. And we've heard them saying, oh, the economy will bounce back. The economy will bounce back. We will not hand over power. They will hand over power if Ghanaians vote for us. No Ghanaian will vote for the people. So if your mother was sick and he was taken to hospital, because government has reneged on its responsibility to give Ghanaians health care, and your mother passes on, will you vote for MPP? If your child is sacked from school because your salary cannot pay school fees, will you vote for MPP?
In more news, a Peace and Reconciliation Committee and the Council of Zongo Chiefs and Imams are making an early intervention to sustain the peace and stability within communities in the Ashanti region. The leadership of the group says recent utterances on social and traditional media ahead of the final selection of a successor to the late Ashanti regional chief of the Zongo community could affect the peace being enjoyed. Citi News' Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani has more.
The process for the selection of a new Zongo chief for the Ashanti region to replace the late Sultan Umar Farouk Said is yet to be determined by the Menshia Palace, even as inhabitants wait for the Menshia Palace to announce who succeeds the late chief. The leadership of the Zongo community in Kumasi is urging calm among the youth and the general populace.
Regrettably, the demise of our late chief, Sultan Umar Farouk, should have united us rather than divided us. Therefore, on the strength of the above, we wish to call on all the youth to exercise restraint and desist from using abusive, divisive, and derogative comments that are likely to send the community into a state of anarchy. No matter the outcome of the selection, one personality shall come out as our leader. We are finally calling on the Zongo community, especially our elders and the youth, to be patient and tolerant during this trying moment in the history of Zongo, for there is always solution to every situation. With the case now at Menshia, let us patiently wait for the outcome so we shall all rally behind one leader. We pray that each and every person in the Zongo community will respect the final verdict and accept the outcome of the Menshia Palace for peace and tranquility to prevail. Finally, let us pray peace in our homes, peace in our workplace, peace in the Zongo community, peace in Asantumai, peace to our motherland, Ghana.
The media is also being urged to be mindful of utterances that might affect the peace of the community.
We are very much concerned, on the other hand, about the brothers in the media, which we are referring to you. Generally, with a special appeal to our Zongo media or the radio presenters, they should try as much as they can to be very circumspect. It is about time that radio stations, especially those in our community, censor whatever comes out, especially those that have the tendency to create mayhem. Journalists must be mindful of the content they send out or allowed to be aired from their stations, because a word from a journalist is more powerful than 10 statements from any ordinary commentator. A special case in point is that of Rwanda, where a comment in a local language by a commentator cost lives of millions of unimaginable proportions, which cannot be quantified in monetary terms.
The leaders also appeal to inhabitants to play their various roles towards lasting peace in their communities.
The opinion leaders say they will continue to engage key stakeholders and other interest groups to ensure the peace currently being enjoyed is sustained. Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, Kumasi, Ashanti Region.
This is still the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. Still to come. Ghana Export Promotion Authority GEPA supports women with entrepreneurial initiatives to help tackle unemployment in the country. We'll bring you details of this and other stories. Please to stay. You're welcome back to the Citi Newsroom. Let's do more stories now. And data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows that about 1.76 million Ghanaians were unemployed by the third quarter of 2022. Women appear to be the most affected as unemployment situation keeps getting worse. On the back of this, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, is thus offering to support more women with entrepreneurial initiatives to help tackle the unemployment situation and improve exports. Our Ashanti Regional Correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim reports.
Ghana is blessed with a lot of natural resources, but these raw materials are usually exported to other countries without being upgraded into finished goods. In a bid to reduce Ghana's overdependence on other countries and also reduce the unemployment situation, analysts have in recent years called on Ghanaians to make proper use of the country's resources and develop strong entrepreneurial skills to come up with various businesses. The Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, in its bid to promote entrepreneurship among women, in particular, is offering support to persons who have set up businesses irrespective of their educational backgrounds. Dr. Efua Sabia Asari is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, GEPA.
You can be from anywhere. You could have attended school to any level. You could probably not have attended school. But if you are determined to make it as a woman, you have every opportunity to make it. You have people to support you. Organizations like Ghana Export Promotion Authority, we support entrepreneurship. And for some time now, we have decided that we are pushing in more for women, because when you look at even the statistics, research has shown that in Ghana, women are at the forefront of entrepreneurship.
GEPA says its deliberate initiative of supporting entrepreneurship among Ghanaians, particularly women and the youth, has helped improve Ghana's exports. The Chief Executive Officer of GEPA, Dr. Efua Sabia Sari, is of the view that once Ghanaians add value to products, package them well and export them, it will significantly help the country's economic growth.
We are talking to the women, we are looking at their products, we are encouraging them to attend our export school, to learn about packaging, even the content. And we do all of this with the support of the Ghana Standards Authority, Food and Drugs Authority, all the other government agencies in the entrepreneurship and small businesses ecosystem, because we need to support our women to scale up, to look at content, to look at packaging. If you want to go onto the international market, you need a certain kind of product. You need to understand the market, what the market needs and how to even enter the market. You need your certifications to be right. So we need to support them in all of these areas. Ghana Export Promotion Authority, with other agencies that supported it, grew exports by 6%. And so exports is the way to go. If we want to stop going to the IMFs and borrowing and all of those things, we must add value to what we have.
GEPA is thus encouraging more women to set up businesses and has thus come up with an initiative of honoring persons who, despite the odds, have been excelling in their respective business in all regions across the country. In the Ashanti region, GEPA has thus honored Janet Abobigu, the Chief Executive Officer of Unij Fashion. Despite her limited education, she trains and employs hundreds of workers.
You have to tell every woman that every woman can do. Only just you have to have a dream and follow your dream. I normally say no art, no wealth. And art is TVET. All what you are doing here is TVET. So TVET is very important. I say TVET education is key, but TVET is master key that can open many doors. If not TVET, Kayayo, watch my daughter, how can I be standing here for celebration? No any education, but you are here, you see my alma mater. It's early. Do you get me? So because of TVET, so I encourage especially women, because if you are doing TVET, you can have your children and still working. So if you are a woman and something happened and you did not go to school, or even now, the TVET, those who are doing it well, is those who have degrees and masters. If you go to Accra in my industries, those who are getting money, if you ask Christy Brown, Pistols and others, they are educators and they learn. And so they are doing it well than what, let me say, Kwanche people are doing. So if me alone, after you have your master's degree in business and what, go and do TVET. And you get people who don't have the book knowledge. They have the technical knowledge. Because you have the business background, you can come together and partner and do the business. So TVET is what will move Ghana.
The initiative saw many startups exhibiting various products. These young entrepreneurs believe this is the right time for Ghanaians to patronize made-in-Ghana goods, particularly from those who are changing the status quo. For Steve, Fatih Amin Ibrahim, Edu Kumasi.
And that's how we end today's edition of the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. Do remember that our website, citinewsroom.com, has more information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV. My name is Kweku Eduyama, and so many thanks for your company.